Hi everyone, my name is Melissa and I'm a cosmetology tech teacher candidate. Today I'm going to present you my lesson plan that incorporates numeracy in a fun and interactive way. Cosmetology is often seen as an art form, but there is also a lot of math calculations involved in my day-to-day life at the salon. For me, these have become second nature and things I don't even think much about anymore. But to someone new to the industry, these are fundamental concepts that need to be grasped in order to be successful in mastering tasks in the salon. The lesson I'm teaching is a grade 9 entry-level course, and this lesson is part 4 of a unit on color application. I will be able to tie a lot of this lesson to the curriculum and incorporate learning objectives from strands A through D. I'm teaching students in this lesson to properly measure liquids using a measuring beaker and a digital scale and using the units of grams and ounces. What I like about this lesson plan is that it integrates a wide variety of Gardner's multiple intelligences. The logical mathematical intelligence is used when the students demonstrate their understanding of the mixing ratios during their activity. Additionally, they'll also be measuring the liquid in 2 different units, which are grams and ounces, because these are the most commonly used in the salon setting. It's important also for them to know how to mix a 1-to-1 ratio, a 1-to-2 ratio, and a 1-to-1.5 ratio. But that will be explored in a separate lesson later in the unit. The interesting thing about this lesson is that it incorporates a new skill set that they can use in other disciplines and even be useful in everyday life, such as cooking or baking. This lesson involves body kinesthetic intelligence from Gardner's list because it involves coordination, focus, and a sturdy hand. There are some hairstylists that don't even use scales or measuring beakers and just know what the consistency is supposed to be. All the tubes have lines that mark where certain volumes of the product are. I've always struggled with this because I'm not sure how precise it actually is. I always used it as a guide, but prefer to use the digital scale. The digital scale is helpful to also avoid product waste. In my lesson, I do also talk about product waste and the different options you have at your disposal to recycle the product. I tried to tie this in to bring the context of sustainability into the lesson. I introduced the students to an initiative called Green Circle Salons, which provides salons with the means to recycle the beauty waste that is created when performing a service for a client. After introducing the fundamental concepts to the class with a PowerPoint presentation, just to refresh their memories, I myself will go up in front of them and demonstrate to them how to measure the liquids using the beaker and also the digital scale. After that, the students will come together in the groups and use the materials I set out for them and demonstrate their ability. Safety is always an important consideration. And although the students are not using actual chemicals and just replicating the process, I still want them to wear the appropriate PPE so they can get used to the idea of how important it is, and it'll just become more of a routine. So the students will be wearing aprons to protect their clothes and nitrile gloves to protect their hands during the activity. At the end of activity, we will spend just 10 minutes cleaning up, returning the digital scales, cleaning the measuring beakers, the conditioning solution out of the color bowls, and put everything back to where it belongs, just so they understand that that's part of the everyday scenario in the salon lab. There will not be any evaluation for this particular lesson, but it will be assessed in a formative observational manner, which I will document in my notes using the grading rubric to determine who is meeting the requirements and who may need additional help. The resources I used to design this lesson were mainly from Moody's cosmetology textbook. Moody's is a college level book, but the processes and procedures are still the same, but just the language is adapted for a more beginner level. I also used a video clip from Green Circle Salon's website to really have them understand how even in a salon setting and in the beauty industry, you could bring sustainability into those practices. So we watch a short clip on that. The government curriculum was also a guideline I used as a resource. I used it with this lesson. I wanted to make sure I was connecting the dots as often as I could with the curriculum standards. This wraps up my lesson on numeracy in the cosmetology classroom. Thank you for listening and have a great day.